This is a United States Army Air Force Emergency Sustenance Vest Type C1. The C1 vest was developed during World War II for use by the Army Air Forces. The C1 vest was also utilised in the Korean War and even early in the Vietnam War. The vest is made from an olive drab cotton nylon blend and originally weighed 11 pounds or just about 5 kilograms, complete with survival components. There are 3 different versions of the C1 vest. This is the third and final version. The third version has upright top pockets with snap closers. The first and second versions have slanted pockets with button closers. This vest has 16 pockets and we're going through the contents of those pockets individually. Alright, let's take a closer look. Here you can see the emblem for the Army Air Forces, and on the front we have 9 of the 16 pockets. The vest is closed by 3 of these large baker-like buttons. We'll just open that up. And on the inside, you can see we have 2 additional pockets inside. And we also have our label. I'll get a bit of a close-up of that. The label states Vest Emergency Sustenance Type C1, Sears and Roebuck & Co. Philadelphia, property of the US Army. And this particular one was manufactured by Reliance Manufacturing of Chicago, Illinois. A little stamp on there that says RMC 101. Not sure what that means. On the rear, we have our holster holding our 1911. We have 2 larger pockets, and on the side here, we have an additional 3 more pockets. That's the total of the 16. Now, the vest is done up on the back here, and it obviously suits multiple sizes, as these are fully adjustable. All right, we'll just get this out of the way. All right, now we'll go through the contents and we'll start here with pocket number 1. Now you can see it has a little number 1 there. There you go there. Look, it's seen better days. It's a little bit sad. And oh yeah, you can obviously see something's leaked on the inside of that. Looking online, I found an image of this first aid kit in much better condition. I'll put that up so you can have a look. Now, that image has helped me work out what the contents are. In addition to that, I also have a photo of the back of this flyer, and it does mention some of the contents there as well. So, what I think is this tube up the top here is the boric acid ointment. This should be a compression bandage. There should be some gauze pads in there somewhere. We should have a vial of iodine powder, some adhesive band-aids as well. Now, we should have some salt tablets, which is what I think these yellow ones are here. Water purification, these could possibly be those. And also there should be some Altbrine, which I think is an anti-malaria drug. In addition to that, we should have a syringe of morphine. And also, we should have some amphetamine sulfate. Now, I don't know whether this kit has been opened and anything's been removed, but I imagine if anything would be, it would be the amphetamine. There you go, just give you a bit of a look at that. Now, I imagine that this is the morphine that's leaked there, and it's caused that damage to the paper there. It's a little bit bulged as well, and it's definitely seen better days. Just below pocket number 1 is pocket number 2, and you can see it is stated on there, number 2, and this pocket is for personal items. Those items could be anything. Could be an extra pair of socks, a pair of gloves, your wallet, your ID, snacks for the flight, any number of things. Now you can see it also has 2 different snaps, obviously a higher snap for more bulkier items. Continuing on, we have pocket 3, just below pocket 2, of course. And inside of that, we have spit assembly. We have our large jackknife. And we have our sharpening stone as well. First up, let's have a look at our knife. It is a 6-inch long knife, and it has two blades. It has obviously a knife blade. In addition to that, it has a 5-inch saw as well. The manufacturer of the knife is stamped into the side of the blade, and that is Colonial Knife Company of Providence, Rhode Island. Now, the knife is what's known as a liner lock, and to close the knife, all you need to do is push that liner to the side, and then you can close the knife. The knife also has a half stop at 90 degrees. I'm not really sure the purpose of that. And then you can just push it closed at that stage. Now, it also has a 5-inch saw as well. Now, these saws are made up of steel and 16% tungsten. Now, that tungsten helped to keep the blade sharp, but also made the blade brittle. So, a lot of these had been broken over the years. Now, both of these have a stop at 90 degrees. There is no safety on the saw blade, however. That's amazing. What a great piece of kit that is, and in really good condition. Now, we also have a sharpening stone as well. This thing looks like it's never been used. It is manufactured by Bay State, and I assume this is the level of grit, and it would be a whetstone. Continuing on, let's have a look at our spit assembly. Written on the front here, it says the spit consists of a spit handle, 3 spit extensions, and 1 spit point. The ends are threaded so they can be screwed together to form a spit for use in roasting meat, birds, fish, over an open fire. It also states that using the spit handle and the spit point, you can make a short weapon or digging tool, and it can be used with the gaff hook assembly as well. All right, to open that, you just slide everything out. Get rid of these ends. And inside the handle, we have our point. And these are our 3 extensions and our handle. And finally, our point. There you go there. Try and get it all in one shot. That's amazing. What a great tool that would be. Not only for roasting meats, but you could obviously use it to spear fish if you were in a life raft or by a river or something like that. You could also attach a flare to the top of the spit, and then you could hold that out away from the raft as it's dropping sparks everywhere to protect the raft. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now we'll make that shorter version, the digging tool and the weapon. Yeah, it's just the spit handle and the spit point. And there you go. Yeah, that would make a great weapon or a tool for digging. Yeah, what a great tool that this is. And obviously you'll be using some of these parts with the gaff assembly as well. Moving on to pocket 4, which would normally contain a emergency parachute ration and also a signalling mirror, but at this stage it only holds just the signalling mirror. Here it is in its original envelope, and stated on the front is 1 emergency signalling mirror type ESM-2. There's a little brass closure device there for the envelope, and it comes with this lanyard, which would be very handy. A emergency ceiling mirror is a very important piece of survival equipment. It's something that you probably don't want to have too far from your body. And maybe that's where this sort of cordage comes in. Maybe you hang that around your neck, and that way this is here ready to signal a passing plane as soon as it's required. Now, printed on the front is obviously the instructions on how you go about using it. I won't go through all that, but you can sort of see here the illustration of how you go about using it. And right at the bottom there it says who the manufacturer it is, and that is General Electric Company, in really great condition. There it is there. There I am. Amazing piece of kit. Yeah, very important piece of survival equipment. All right. Next pocket up is pocket number 5, and it contains the flare. We'll get that out. There we go, there's one. Now while we're at it, let's open up pocket number 9, as it contains a flare as well. There you go. Let's have a bit of a closer look. You can see it comes wrapped in a brown paper, and then the whole thing looks like it's wax dipped. Written on the front there, it is a 5-minute red fuse. And the manufacturer, it's probably a bit easier to see on this one, is Standard Railway Fusee Corp. And I think it's made in Boonton, New Jersey, possibly, or NJ. Now, how these work, essentially, you would obviously possibly grab that black. That would break this edge there. You would pull this cap off, and then you would have access to the fuse itself. In there would be a striker, and then you would strike that fuse, and then you would hold it. This is not designed to be thrown in any way. You would obviously risk extinguishing it if you did. It's designed to be held, but you could obviously place it down on the ground and use that to signal aeroplanes as well. Amazing piece of kit. And then, yeah, you obviously get 2 of those. This one's slightly different. Well, it's exactly the same, but it's just been wax, and this black strip is in a different spot. But here you can see it is a 5-minute red fuse. And, yeah, apart from that, it's pretty much the same. So, yeah, there you go. 5-minute fuses. Yeah, very important for, obviously, night rescue. So after pocket number 5, you move up to here, and this is pocket number 6, and that's exactly the same as pocket number 2. It's for personal items, and it does have those double snaps as well. And there it is listed there, number 6, personal items. Below pocket number 6 is pocket number 7, and this contains cartridges. See if we can get these out. There you go. You can see these are 45 caliber cartridges manufactured by Evansville Ordnance Plant in Evansville, Indiana. Just slide those out there. There you go. This box has definitely seen better days. But there you go. That's our cartridges. Now I assume they are the ones suited to our 1911. Moving on to pocket number 8, which would contain a ration. It will be the same ration that would have been contained in pocket 4, a emergency parachute ration. Here's one that's already been opened, so that's handy. It has a P51 in a little envelope attached to the front, and somebody's used that to open up this ration. Let's have a bit of a look inside. There you go. Let's have a look at some of the contents. At the top here, we have our dehydrated cheese and crackers. We have some gum, obviously. Here in the middle here, we have, it's a bit hard to see, but that would be cigarettes. We have 2 sweet chocolate bars. We have a assorted charms with vitamin C. Here we have a little vial of water purification tablets. Now, we also have some probably what would be bouillon cubes, and now there may also be sugar in there as well. There it is from the back. And you would get 2 of these rations, 1 in each of these pockets. On the back of the vest, we have pocket 10 and pocket 11. These are, again, personal items. Let's see if there's any personal items. There you go. This one has a snake bite kit. It's an MSA branded snake bite kit. Let's have a look at that. That would be the tourniquet. And we have some grease for this. My understanding of this, that this is some sort of plunger. You would obviously put this little rubber section over the bite, and then you would press this, and that would suck out some of the venom, would you believe? But yeah, that's exactly what it's designed to do. There you go. MSA snakebite kit. Let's have a look at pocket number 11. This is interesting. This is a waterproof or water-resistant bag for 1911. I'll just get that and we'll have a look and see how that fits over the gun. There you go. Let's just see how we insert that. And then you would fold that over. Not really sure where that clips to. Somehow over there. Yeah, not really sure how you'd get to that over there. Unless that's a stretchable, but yeah. This material seems fairly sturdy, but you never know with this old stuff. You don't want to be pulling it too hard. Looks like there's a section of it missing there. But anyway, the idea behind this would be if you were going to be bailing out of an aircraft into water, or you were jumping into a life raft, you would obviously place your firearm within this protective sort of bag, obviously to keep some water off it as best you can. I don't think it's 100% waterproof, but obviously it'll go a long way to keep water away from your firearm. Continuing on, here we have pocket number 12. And first item out here is a burning glass. Obviously used to direct the energy from the sun to light fires. And we also have another box similar to the first aid kit. There you go. And inside this we have a few different items. Here we have the whistle. We have a pocket knife in there. Now this particular pocket knife I think is a Camillus branded knife, and it has a blade, a bottle opener, what would be a leather punch, and I think a can opener as well. This is green thing here is part of the razor, and there is a packet of razor blades in there. These red items here, they are fire starters as far as I know, and they could be obviously used with burning glass. That's the handle there for the razor as well, and I think this is some sort of repair strip, something like that, that section there. That's definitely not been opened, so all that contents there is completely new, and I think that section there is possibly the oiler. But yeah, that's definitely not been opened. Little time capsule there of very interesting items. Below 12 we have pocket 13. This one has a couple of different items. First one out. It's a bit tight in there. Let's see if we can get that out. Hang on a sec. There we go. That's a little bit hard to see, but inside of that would be a compass. And you would obviously hold it in this position there, and you would look through that window and you'll be able to read your compass direction. But this particular item actually is it's a container full of obviously matches, different sort of matches there, waterproof matches. You would have a striker there on the bottom. Now, in addition to that, there looks like there no, not in this one. Some of them actually have a little sort of fire starter there, and you could scrape that off with a knife. But yeah, it's embedded in one of those. But yeah, this one doesn't have it. But essentially what this is yeah, it's a compass. It's just a shame you can't see it. Sort of see something in there, but yeah, that's what it'll be. It'll be the compass. And yeah, there you go. You are looking, it says here. Interesting. All right, let's continue on and get the other item out, which will be the fishing kit. Oh, this is interesting. This one has been opened. There you go. Oh boy. Be hesitant to open anything like this because you never get it back. But anyway, there's the outer lid, a little bit deformed. And here's the instructions there. Let's have a quick look at that. It's interesting. It's almost like it's a waxy paper. It's probably waterproof. There you go. It tells you how to tie some basic knots. Right at the bottom here it says, "Best of luck, and remember that courage alone has won many a battle." Now it's also a sewing kit as well. So here you have lots of safety pins there, needles, and just some regular pins. Quite a decent needle there. Now I guess you could use this for stitching up any, if you have a decent injury, you might use those sanitized to stitch up your skin if required. Apart from that, you can do some tailoring before you get rescued, so you look good. And here we have part of the fishing kit. I'm not going to open that. Looks like it's all sort of sealed in that bag there, but it looks like we have some sinkers, definitely some flies. Interesting. And here is our fishing line, and we also have a 6-foot stainless steel leader in there. That obviously says for saltwater fishing, with a nylon leader there as well. And we also have what looks like some sort of spoon lure there. All in amazing condition. Underneath that, I don't know if you can sort of see in that corner there, it looks like there is some fabric. Some red and yellow fabric. Not really sure what that is. I don't really want to take all this out because I know I'll never get it back in. But yeah, that's the fishing sewing kit. Very handy. There's that red fabric. Now this pocket here is pocket 16. We obviously have 14 and 15 and they're on the inside of the vest. So we'll move inside the vest next and we'll just undo these. Here you go, this is pocket 14 and 15, and here we have the emblem of the Army Air Forces again. Now pocket 14 contains a container with container cooking, mosquito head net, bandage, goggles, tissue, canteen. Anyway, we'll get these items out, we'll have a look. Oh, looks like some of these have been bagged to protect them. This is the canteen. Let's have a look at this first. Now this holds about 3 pints of water. Look, this thing looks like it still would work, absolutely no problem. You would obviously push that apart, fill it up with water, and then you could turn that over like that, and then you could lock it with that buckle. Pretty cool. Let's have a look at this. These are goggles. 1944 written on there, American Optical Company, in its original paper bag. Oh, check out these. There you go, left and right. Comes with a little strap, obviously, to hold it around the back of your head there. Look, these look like they're leather and it looks like they've all dried out. I really don't want to be prying this apart because I feel like I'll damage it. But yeah, you can obviously see the black side there. And obviously you have your lens protectors there. Amazing, look at that. Little felt thing there at the bottom. Obviously to stop any sort of light coming through. Yeah, that's amazing. Still in its original envelope. There you go, 1944. Next up, let's have a look at these. These have obviously been re-bagged at some point. Let's figure out what these are. Well, that cellophane is completely, I can see why, because this cellophane has completely perished. Let's have a look there. There you go, that's gauze. Many sheets of gauze there. And here would be the tissue. Quite a few sheets there of tissue. And again, cellophane completely falling apart. This is sulfonamide, and it is a sterile crystalline powder. You use it by pouring it into a wound. It stops any sort of bacterial growth, and you would probably use that with the gauze more than the tissue. All right, next item out is our collapsible fuel stove. You would obviously put your fuel source in there and light that, and then you would put something to boil water or to cook food on top. Now, missing from this kit is the collapsible container for boiling water. That is the only part missing, but that could potentially have sat on there and you could have heated up and sterilized some water that way. Well used. Next item out is our mosquito head net. There you go, it's quite large. There's a nice cotton top to it there, and you would obviously put that over your hat as well. It's fairly big, and you would be able to secure it with those ties. I don't want to really unfold it too much, but yeah, that looks like it's in amazing condition. And that's it for pocket 14. Moving on to pocket 15. Let's have a look at what we have. Get this out first. This is the hat. Check it out. Double-sided. Here we are, green, hiding in the jungle. Here we are, yellow, I want to be rescued. Amazing, look at that. You obviously have different levels there you can adjust it to for different head sizes. Yep, that looks in perfect condition. A little bit of a stock number on there. Amazing, look at that. And on this side we have our gloves as well. We have a little bit of a fly here about wearing the gloves. That's interesting. It talks about wearing glove inserts. And there's a date on there, 1949. Talks about wearing your wool inserts. Interesting. And here are the gloves here. Let's have a look at one of them. You can see it says on there, Army Air Forces. Little buckle there to adjust it. And we obviously have our inner wool glove there as well. Oh, we have a couple of labels on here. Type D3A, size M. If you can read that. Oh, I'll pull these out. I'll never get them back in. And there's the insert there. And again, insert for type D3A glove, size M. Illinois Glove Company, property of the US Army. Amazing. Look, they've never been used. They are absolutely brand new. New old stock, as they say. Now, this one should also have the instruction book. Let's see if we can get that out. Here it is here. Instructions for use of Emergency Sustenance Vest Type C1. And it goes through a couple of different sort of chapters there. Prepared by the Arctic Desert Tropic Branch. Here's some photos here showing where the items are. Hints on care and hints on wear. What I might do is I might actually take some scans of these and put them at the back of the video if you wanted to jump in there and have a look after the video is finished. I'll have sort of a close-up just of each one of these items. But there was that compass matchbox, fire starting tabs, the flint. There's the fishing sewing kit, the cartridges. There's our waterproof cover for our pistol. There's our spit set, and here's our gaff kit, which we'll get out shortly, and our 2 parachute rations. A little bit on food and utensils. There's our water canteen, safety razor. There's our adjustable 2-color hat, yellow one side, OD green on the other. Gloves. There's oh, they're actually Polaroid sun goggles. Amazing. Mosquito head net, mosquito repellent, first aid kit. We have 10 yards of bandage. Oh yeah, with that powder, sulfonamide powder. We have our signal mirror, 2 5-minute flares, our whistle, and we have another survival manual. There's that scout knife, and you can see it has a standard blade, a screwdriver bottle opener. That's the leather punch, if you like, and I think that is the can opener. And we have obviously our large jackknife, sharpening stone, and our oil container. Our oil container looks much different than that. Actually, sorry, that would be in the kit, sorry. And then we have a packet of toilet tissue there. Amazing. Not sure if that's original. That could be a reproduction, that little booklet. It looks in amazing condition. What else do we have? This looks like it's more an original one. This is our Army Air Forces Survival on Land Jungle Desert Arctic book. No date on this particular one. You can see it's fairly old. And it's fairly substantial too. At least you'll have something to do while you're waiting to be rescued. And it covers hundreds of different sort of topics. Signaling, so you tie different sort of signal panels. Amazing, look at that. Body signals, shelters, fire, bow drill, if you needed to. Edible seafood, traps, some fruits, some fish. So it's a fairly substantial little booklet there. Probably take you quite a while to read that. Amazing, look at that. And here we have another little booklet. This one is Emergency Uses of the Parachute, dated February 1945. This guy, pretty chuffed. Look at that. You can have many uses for a parachute. You make some boots, make a headdress, make the world's weirdest looking hat. Obviously a tent, a teepee, some sort of net, many uses. You know, if you're injured, you can make some sort of tourniquet or a sling. There you go, you can make some sort of blackjack for whacking people. Interesting. There you go. And the final item in pocket 15 is our gaff hook assembly. Now I'll put a picture of this up because I can't open this. I can only open things that are already opened. This is clearly not open, but I'll put a picture up of what the contents look like. Now you would use a lot of these items with your spit kit. Essentially, they have the same thread onto making up the gaff, and you can screw that together. You can attach all sorts of different attachments in here onto this spit if you need to, because they're all sort of universal. But yeah, that's never been opened. That's a shame. And that's it for pocket 15. Now we jump back all the way over here to pocket 16. Now this one is the insect repellent. Now the bottle that I have here of insect repellent doesn't really fit in here too well. Well, it fits in, but I can't shut it. So I've got it out there, but you can see clearly that is insect repellent. It has the directions and some warning and a caution as well. And there you go. Very interesting. Now it's completely empty. A little bit rusted. Little seal stuck on there, but yeah. That's final pocket 16. Now, pocket 16 was only added on the second and third variant of this vest. On the original one, variant 1 or version 1, it never had pocket 16. So this was added only from 2 onwards. Interesting. This has been a look at a United States Army Air Force's Emergency Sustenance Vest Type C1 version 3. I've really enjoyed showing you this awesome piece of history. Let me know if anything I said was incorrect, or the items may not be period correct either. I'm in no way an expert, and I appreciate the feedback. If you've gotten this far in the video, please consider a subscription to my YouTube channel. It's free and it helps me bring you more awesome content like this. If you have any questions about this vest, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See ya.